The shortage of medication for ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, continues nationwide as demand keeps climbing.
The FDA predicts the use of popular stimulant drugs will climb 3% this year alone, and it's leaving some parents feeling helpless. News Center Maine's Zach Blanchard joins us now with more. Zach?
Yeah, guys, it's an ongoing problem. For one mom in Standish, she says recently her son had to go without his medication for weeks, so she's demanding something change.
You have a good day?
These are the small moments Darci Petrov looks forward to as a mom.
Wow, look at you go.
But lately, they've been overshadowed by this.
I've cried a lot.
Call after call, looking for answers.
These are precious, precious commodities.
To why this medicine her son needs is nearly impossible to find after recently being diagnosed with ADHD.
Really struggling to kind of emotionally regulate, and he couldn't tell me why, but he said, "Mama, sometimes my brain feels crazy." And sorry, when somebody says that, when your child says that, you just stop everything. You're like, okay, we gotta find a different route.
Chris Guido often finds himself on the other end of the phone.
We get a lot of calls from, worried parents. My child needs this medication. You can't go to school without it.
At community pharmacies in Gorham, it has been a struggle to find stimulant medications over the last year, and not just name brands like Adderall, but generics too.
For 6 months, it's been to the point where we just can't get stuff. It's just not there.
It's a problem that's been going on for the last 2 years. The FDA first announced a shortage of amphetamine and dextroamphetamine in October of 2022. The reason? Supply chain issues, federal regulations on controlled stimulants, and a drastic increase in demand.
ADHD is both overdiagnosed and underdiagnosed. I think that there are people who are getting the diagnosis that their symptoms are better explained by something else.
Experts like Casey Moss at Maine Behavioral Healthcare say there is still hope.
This is getting better. I think that there are definitely less crisis calls saying we can't get access to these stimulants, I would say, compared to like this time last year.
For Petrov, she needs all the hope she can get. She too has ADHD.
I am so incredibly exhausted.
She says she's not giving up the fight for her and her son.
Something's got to be done.
Now, the problem is even getting the attention from lawmakers. Both Senator Susan Collins and Angus King say they are continuing to advocate for regulatory supply chain changes, including bringing manufacturing of drugs back to the U.S. Senator Collins sponsored a bipartisan bill to require manufacturers notify the FDA when there is an increase in demand of a specific medication. Still, though, guys, the federal government cannot force them to make more of the drug.
Catch-22 for everybody. Thank you, Zach.